Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Pridira IELTS. This is Priya. I hope you guys are all doing well. Today we are going to concentrate again on IELTS speaking, especially with the cue cards. So what will be the possible questions you will get and how can you answer that? So I will give you some tips or some examples. This is not meant for you to memorize. This is just an example to, you can just it will be helpful for you to go about speaking or answering questions, some like that. Okay, so let's get the ball rolling on cue cards. For instance, we can talk about museums. If the examiner questions like, do you like museum? If so, why do you like museums? If you say no, again you will have to give reason why you don't like museum or why you don't find it interesting. So if I am in that case, maybe let's see how I will answer those questions. If she asks me, he or she asks me, do you like museums? Maybe I will say, yeah, I do like museum. Or maybe I can start like this. The reason why I like museum is because I can go into the souvenir shop at the end and get a souvenir. Or I like natural science museums, which tend to have exhibitions on dinosaur. What I like about museum is that they are educational, and so I can learn a lot of stuff. Or the most appealing thing about museum for me is cha cha cha, whatever you wanted to tell. So you can start your answers like this. So for all the cue cards or the topics, you can just prepare few vocabulary or few sentences, and you can spin your own stories at the time of the examination, right? So next we can talk about famous people or famous personalities. You can use such phrases like if for instance you can choose your famous person, your favorite person who is famous. You can say that he is a popular figure in my country, or he stands out of the crowd, something like that. And you can talk about the person, what you like in the person, and how popular he is, etc. And there will be a definite question on what are the advantages and disadvantages of being famous. So what you can say is like, for me, the upsides are that famous people can make an absolute fortune. They can become very rich because they're famous. For instance, again, give an example for your answer. Give an example for your statement. Let's say an example. Let's take Tom Cruise as an example. Tom Cruise in his latest film, he just made a killing. I don't know how much he made, but just because he was famous, he made a lot of money. So that's a great thing. That's a good advantage. However, the cons are that they lose their privacy. So for instance, Tom, he can go anywhere without the paparazzi popping up, without snapping photos, taking selfies. He will totally lose his privacy, and I feel that it should drive him crazy. So by and large, according to me, I feel being famous has more negatives than being infamous. Maybe it's my opinion. If you have a different opinion, you can again come out with your own answers. And when you answer, you always choose which is easier than what you actually feel. Okay, because the examiner really don't care what you feel, or are you talking from your heart. If you feel it will be better to answer this way, then just answer that way. That's enough, because it's a language test. And the other possible question will be, how will this change in the future? Like, are the kinds of people who are famous today different from the past? So again, we need to justify it. Maybe I can say it is absolutely, without a doubt, because in the past, if we are going back hundreds of years ago, let's say, famous people might have been scientists, inventors, or rulers. Look at George Washington or King Henry VIII. They were more infamous than being famous. But nowadays, it seems anyone can be famous because social media allows anyone to enter the limelight. Or you can even take the Kardashians, the American series. Those people are just famous for just being famous, I feel. And next, recently we had this cue card regarding the topic hurrying and haste. So for this, I will give you few vocabularies where you can use in your sentences. You can start using these vocabularies so that it will be better for you, or the examiner might feel good when you use these phrases. It is always that you who have to frame your own sentences, spin your own stories. Remember that. We are just trying to help you out with phrases, idioms, or vocabulary, whatever stuff. Please do not try to memorize whatever I'm saying. Try to put it on your own words, okay? Let's say for hurrying and haste, I have already told this sentence, like instead of saying I'm very busy with my job, you can say we are so wrapped up with our jobs, we don't have time to stop or to smell the flowers, something like that. So when you're in a hurry, you can say that I am in an awful hurry, or I am in a mad rush. I'm running around like a headless chicken. I'm scrambling to meet deadlines, or I am racing against the clock. Um, I'm dashing around. I always need to get a move on. To get a move on means you need to be really quick, okay? And I wish I could slow down. Slow down when I play with my kids, when I read books. I feel it is really necessary for me. So something like this. You have to use relevant vocabulary to the topic. That's what is more important. So today we just had a short recap and a revision on a few topics on cue cards. This is just to give you an idea how these cue cards will be, how the questions will be. In the future videos, we will concentrate more and more on cue cards, the questions, especially on part 2 and 3 questions. Part 3, how to describe an incident, how to give examples, how to talk, something like that. So we will be doing more videos on speaking, not only on speaking, but as I said, on listening, reading, and also writing. So keep following me, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Until I meet you all, it's Priya signing off. Bye bye. See you. Have a good day.